Good afternoon, students. My name is Sunyare MSIMBE. I will be with you today in accountants from 5, the topic called the branch accounts. But before giving the meaning of branch accounts, let me give small explanation about the branch. A branch is also called multiple shops. It is under retailers, an agent called retailers. Retailers have divided into 2 types: small scale retailers and the large scale retailers. So branch, it is under large scale retailers. And one of it is multiple shops, which we are going to learn today. So, what are multiple shops? Multiple shops, these are a number of shops which are owned by one concern, and they normally stock similar products or similar goods, and they are located in different localities or different places. They are controlled by a branch manager. Multiple shops, they are also called branch. So today we are going to learn about branch accounts. What are branch accounts? Branch account, it is used to record the transaction which have been taking place between the head office and the branch. So let's see the types of branch accounts. The first one is dependent branches. Dependent branches. Dependent, it is also called centralized branch or non-autonomous. Non-autonomous branch. But also we have the second type, which is called independent or decentralized. It is also called autonomous branch. Autonomous branch. These are types of branch accounts. So let's start to see dependent branches. This is where the books of accounts are maintained by head office. All books of accounts are normally maintained by head office. Is the one who is responsible to control all transactions which have taken place, recording, summarizing, and give all accounting information between the head office and the branch. So, dependent branch All books of accounts are maintained by head office. So, and under dependent branches, we have three systems that are used by head office in recording all transactions in the books of accounts. The first system is data system. The second one is stock and data system. And the last one is final system. So let's see under data system, how do they keep books of accounts? Under data system, it is used when the branch is small in size. It is used when branch is smaller in size. So when the branch is smaller in size, it means the number of transactions will also be smaller or few. It means number of transactions will be smaller or few. This is where data system is used in recording transactions in the books of accounts. But also under data system, the goods are recorded in two terms. The first one at cost price, and the second one is at selling price. Recording transactions. The first one is at cost price. And the second one is at selling price. So under at cost price, it is where the profit is obtained by head office. The profit is determined by head office. So after there, let's see the format which is used in recording transactions in the books of accounts under data system at cost and at selling price. Format, this is our format. Format here we have got debit, we have got credit, and in the books of head office, because we are under dependent, and here is branch account. So as we know that branch account, they are only by head office. So the head office and the branch will be two parties, and the head office will treat branch as a debtor, and the branch will assume the head office as a creditor. So branch as a branch account in nature, it has a debit side. So our opening balances will start in the debit side, because the head office will treat branch as a debtor. All goods which will be sold by branch, all income which have been obtained will be sent to head office. So our opening balances will start normally by saying opening balance. Opening balance will start with stock. So let's see, this is a format under at cost price. How we record at cost price. Opening balance, we have got many items. The first one is opening stock. Opening stock, we record, but also what we are going to record here is data. Balance, but also we have paid cash. Also we have prepaid expenses. And also all non-current assets which are only by head office and have been sent to the branch, so that all selling activities could be facilitated. We also record. It is either non-current asset, either it is furniture, plant and machinery. We must show it in the branch account according to its value. So here we have non-current asset. It could be furniture. You put here. But also, as we know that we start with opening balance, but when you see here clearly, this opening balance, it has include all total asset, both non-current asset and the current asset, which are only by head office and have been transferred to branch, so that it could be easy to facilitate the selling activities. So, but also branch account, it could have starting with opening balance that are liabilities. So the branch can also be liable by all debts. So we say opening balance also can be on credit side, but here we put is all current liabilities. Opening balance. We start with creditor, opening balance creditor. You put here the figure, but also we have bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. You put here the figure, but also what do we have? Current liabilities is accrued expenses. Accrued expenses. You put here. This is our opening balances in branch account. So let we proceed on the format of branch account under data system, and here we are at cost price method. How goods are to be recorded when it is at cost price. So as we know that branch is owned and controlled and managed by head office. So head office will be the owner and the branch will be the customer. So all items which are sent by branch, all items which are sent by head office to branch should be debited to branch account. So in case of goods sent to branch by head office, we debit branch account, we credit head office. We credit goods sent to branch account. So in case the goods which are to be sold by branch, they have been sent by head office to branch, so that to allow the selling activities should be debited in branch account. So we start selling goods sent to branch. You repeat here the figure. But also what is debited? All expenses met by head office, but it is for branch. Expenses by head office. It could be salaries and wages, also advertising expenses, also rent, also we have carriage outward, also we have telephone charges, all figures will be shown here. Why do we debit expenses in branch account? The head office, as we know, is the owner of branch. So all expenses that should be met by branch, the amount of cash for expenses will be paid by head office. So head office must send the cash balance, cash amount for expenses that are met by branch. So branch will receive the amount of cash for expenses which have been sent by head office for its own day-to-day activities, and then branch will allow or will be allowed to take all expenses for each operation. So let's come to another case. Another case or transaction which is being recorded in branch account is goods returned by branch to head office. Goods returned by branch to head office. As we know that in trading activities, the goods are not actually sold the all items. Most of them they could have remaining in business. So branch is required by head office to return all goods to head office. So you debit goods return and you credit branch account. So this goods returned by branch will reduce the amount of goods which have been sent by head office to branch. So goods returned by branch to head office. Credit. But in addition, I want to give you more explanation in branch. In branch, we have got three kinds of returns. Returns. The first return of goods in branch accounts is a return of goods by branch to head office. So, return by branch to head office. But also, we have the return of goods by customer to branch. And the last return is return of goods by customer direct to head office. Return of goods by customer direct to head office. So under data system, we record only two kinds of returns. The first one is return by branch to head office, and another one is return of goods by customer direct to HO. So in data system, we record only two kinds of return. Return by branch to head office, but also return of goods by customer direct to head office only. This return of goods by customer to branch, it is also called return inward. So why do we not record return of goods by customer to branch? What have been recorded here is the transactions which have taken place between the head office and the branch only, and not customer. And why have we recorded return of goods by customer directly to head office here? It is the same as goods returned by branch to head office. That's why we have recorded a return of goods by customer to head office, and we have not recorded return of goods by customer to branch. I proceed. We have also goods damage. Goods damage also reduces boot scent. So we have boot damage. Boot damage, I will record it here. But also we have something called the boot in transit. Boot in transit also reduces what? Boot scent. That's why we credit the amount for goods in transit in credit side of branch account. As we know that branch is managed and controlled by head office. All income which have been received by branch should be sent to head office direct. So all kind of income, any income which have been received by branch should be sent direct to head office. The action or the moment of sending all income direct to head office is called remittance. Remittance, this is a payment of all income which have been received by branch direct to head office. I'm going to record all remittance. Remittance, we have cash sales, we have cash received from sale of fixed assets. Cash sale from fixed asset. But also cash compensation from insurance company. Cash compensation from insurance company. But also we have cash received from credit customers. Cash collection or received from customers. So these are some of items which are recorded in branch account under data system. I proceed. When I started recording this transaction, I started with opening balance. All these items, they have closing balances. So all opening balances for stock, data, paid cash, their closing balances should be shown in the opposite side as the closing figure, which will be used in the next accounting period by branch. So I will have closing balances. Closing balances, it could have been for stock, for data, for petty cash, also any fixed asset. After then, I will close the books of account. Same to current liabilities. Its balances closing should be shown to the opposite side as the closing figure, closing balance. I will have for creditor, I will have for, then I will close the books of account. So these closing balances will be opening balances in next accounting period. So petty cash. And also this closing balance. Opening balance. So after you have closed the books, either it is closing balances, so we are going to find the difference. So when the credit side exceed debit side, the difference should be profit to branch. And in case branch debit side exceed the credit side, the difference should be loss to branch. It means that you have spent more than what you have received. So this is our transactions and this is branch account. But I want to add more something. There are items which are not recorded in branch account, even if you have been provided in the question. I want to show you those items. Items not recorded. The first item is return inward. The second one is bad debt. The third one is discount allowed. But also we have provision for doubtful debts or provision for bad debt. Also we have depreciation. Another item which is not recorded is discount allowed and discount received. Another item which is not recorded here in branch account is credit sales and credit purchases. So even if you have been provided this data or information in the question, don't record. You should not consider them. You consider only what is here in our format. So for today, I want to tell you thank you. Let's meet next time.